Oh yeah, yeah, the Windows utility structure. We could go over that as well. Here's Win1Shot. Let's look at the utility structure just so you guys understand that a little bit better. So let's explain the CTT toolbox, as that's a really good one to kind of go over. This is my special project I'm working on. Obviously, I just covered, but in Windows utility, this one's a little bit different and it's changed. And some of the pull requests I get are kind of different. So this was actually set up by a software engineer. Developer Derp was the main architect in redesigning a lot of this. And how it's set up is you have private and public functions. The public functions are mostly setting up that get invoked that create all these work in tandem to compile into this one winutil.ps1. So editing this file, you see how it says it's automatically generated. Don't modify it directly, because as soon as something changes up here, it's going to regenerate this entire file. Any edits will get wiped out. So that's the first thing to know about the new modification. The beauty of it doing it this way is it's more modular. So if you're looking at checkboxes, you can come right here. Most of it, you're going to stay in the private section for big modifications. And you'll be going through and going, okay, what do I need to change? Obviously, nothing with checkboxes. If there's something with dark mode that I wanted to change, or Microsoft changed some settings, I come into here, change it here, or like the WinUtil installer portion. This is actually pretty basic. I would say WinGet install. Let's take a look. Let's say we're going to modify how WinGet gets installed. I want to say that was in the private section. Let's see if we can't find it. It's a little bit, you got to hunt a little bit more, I find. This was this function to make modifications to registry. This one is how Chocolatey is installed. Here it is, the WinGet install. This one installs. There's a nice description under each module. So if you're unsure of the module name, you can come in here. So this one, how we're installing WinGet, is this method, which I'm like looking at it. I'm like, okay, I kind of like this. This is actually installing the programs via WinGet. Actual function meant to ensure WinGet is installed. This is the one that would change how WinGet's installed on old Windows machines, Windows 10 machines. Windows 11 should have WinGet installed by default, but it looks, hey, if it's 1809 or earlier, like really old Windows 10 versions, WinGet's not even supported. It's just going to say, nope, return. And then if it is like LTSA server, it should run this PowerShell script. And then if it's not, it tries and attempts to do it this method through an MS app installer. I find this fails a lot, and I might switch it up to actually just do this method that just pulls in the WinGet script, which I think is actually down here. And that's just a forcible way to install WinGet on pretty much any system that's not like completely ancient. But that's how the Windows utility is kind of set up now. It's much more modular. It's a little harder. It's getting a little bit bloated. I probably am going to have to go through and clean it up a bit. But right now I'm looking more into the background of just creating a whole new utility with Win1Shot, which is kind of what this whole stream's about. But I at least wanted to kind of touch on WinUtil. It's something that it's really manageable now, and developer Derp's done a really good job of making it modular and the compiling. But I can see how it can be confusing for a lot of people that don't work in software development, as it took me a while to get kind of acquainted with the new structure.